Let's take a look at the functionality in our finished goods section. If you've already checked out the raw materials section, it's very similar, but there are some differences. When you click into the finished goods section, you'll see all the products you make, the inventory you have of those products, and the value of that inventory. If you hover over an inventory item, you'll see all the open lots of that product, and you can click in for more details on those lots. You can sort your products alphabetically or by when they were last updated, and you can filter by tags to help find your products. In this case, I don't have that many products, so it's easy to find what I need, but if you have a lot of products, there'll also be a search bar where you can search for them by name. The main thing that you'll be doing in this section is subtracting from your finished goods when you're sending your product out the door. But you can also add to finished goods in the case of somebody returning product, or reset finished goods if you do a physical hand count of what you have. Current inventory levels will default to packages, but doing an inventory reset will allow you to change what that default unit displays as. When you're ready to subtract from finished goods, just find the product you want, choose the amount that you're shipping out, and select the lot code from which you're pulling this inventory. From there, you can add any notes related to the shipment. You can select the date that it's being shipped out, who's receiving it, and who's transporting the goods. By adding this information, you now have full traceability of your products. You can search your finished good lot codes and see where they were shipped to. If your business does a lot of e-commerce versus wholesale, you might set up a general receiver like Shopify. Then, rather than creating an individual entry for each shipment, you can batch all of your Shopify shipments together and group them as daily or weekly shipments depending on what works with your business. If you ever need to trace anything back, you have all the individual records within Shopify or whatever system you're using, and you can cross-reference that with the daily or weekly batch uploads that you've done in ReciPal. You can click into any of your finished goods to see a summary of what's happened recently, all of your open lot codes, which you can edit if necessary, and line-by-line changes, as well as a visual representation of what has happened with that finished good. In terms of reporting, the History tab will let you see all of the changes to finished goods, whether they were production runs, subtractions, additions, or resets. And you're able to filter this by transporter, receiver, or date, and you can drill down into all the details if you want to find even more information. Finally, the snapshot report lets you select any date and see your finished good inventory on that date. That's it for finished goods. If you have any questions, email us at info@recipal.com.